folks, Eric here again, and once again I'd like to welcome you to our Thrifty Survivor YouTube channel. Now what I'm going to talk to you about today is either a Swedish fire torch or a Finnish fire torch, and there's a couple other names that some of these are called by. And now the method I'm going to show you today requires a log that is sawed on both ends. Now I don't know if you can see it on camera. I don't have a cameraman today, but I am going to be tilting the camera down here in just a little bit. This is a rather large log, so unless you've got a pretty decent sized saw, you're going to have a little bit of trouble sawing a log of this size. However, there is another method that I may get into today. If not, I'll get into it on another day. There's another way where you can build one of these with a little bit of a different variation to it, where you can use logs about this size, and just about any saw will cut this. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by splitting, or actually quartering this log, and then I'll just kind of talk you through it as I do it. So you just sit tight and I'll be right back. Alright folks, I'm back, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and quarter this log, and I'm going to do it the easy way. I'm going to use this this little Fisker's hatchet here. Nope, got her stuck there. All right, that's done. All right, last cut on the log. And folks, I just realized something. I should have used the top of the log for splitting some kindling that I'm going to throw in there, and I didn't do that, but no problem. Now I'm going to kind of explain what I'm going to be doing here, and basically what you do is you take these four pieces, or these quartered pieces of log, and you set them up kind of in this manner here, and you leave a little bit of room between the logs for air to get in. Okay, and then what you do is you just put some kindling crosswise in there and stack it up. Alright folks, now as you can see, what you do with the quartered log is you basically set it up in such a way where the insides actually point in, and you just leave a little bit of a space so you can stack some kindling in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split a little bit of kindling, and I'll be right back. Now like I said earlier, I probably should have split these before I quartered the log. It would just been a little bit more stable. But I think I can go ahead and still use this if I'm careful. No, that isn't going to work. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I forgot I saw this one. I sawed halfway through it earlier. Okay, there's that one. I'm going to go ahead and make this one a little bit thinner. I'll set this up again, folks, and I know my head is out of view. Once again, I'm without a cameraman today. I probably ought to just do this on the ground. There we go. And I'm kind of doing this out of camera view here. I think you all know how to split logs and quarter them. And that's all I'm doing right now. Oh, shouldn't have done that. That blade is actually quite sharp. Okay, that might be enough. I'm going to go ahead and be right back. All right, folks, I'm back, and I went ahead and started laying these little pieces of kindling in there, and all I've done is I've crisscrossed them. Okay, as you could probably kind of see here, and I'm going to go ahead and throw one more in there just to show you what I'm doing. Okay, so now what I've done is I've put some smaller kindling underneath. I also broke up some birch bark through that on top of the real small kindling, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a stick, and I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to take this stick here. I'm going to take some of this petroleum absorbed cotton balls. And what I like about this is it helps you get the flame from your spark into the fire where you really need it. Okay? And I guess you can kind of see what I'm doing there. Just going to kind of wrap it around the stick there so it can't fall off. I'm going to grab a little bit more. As you can see, it doesn't take much. Okay? And I'm trying not to get it all over both hands, because it is kind of slimy, and I think I might have over soaked this, frankly. But all right, that is definitely plenty. And then what you want to do is kind of spread the fibers apart. Real good. I don't know if that's enough. We're going to go ahead and give it a whirl. I'm just going to set it up here. Now I'm going to degrease my fingers on the Prestomatic finger degreaser. It's called Grass. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing lit up, and we'll go from there. There we go. Then I just stick this in the bottom of the fire here, so you can direct the flame. Pardon me for turning my head on you there, but this way you can direct the flame exactly where you need it. All right, folks, I don't know if you can see me through the smoke, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Stanley mess kit on top of here, put some water in it. In fact, I'll put some water in it first and boil some water for you. Put a pretty good amount of water in there. And as you can see, we've got an actual stove, not just a fire. Now, I don't know why I'm getting so much smoke. I'm not using green wood, but anyway, I think you can see me now. Now it's going pretty good. And anytime you need to add wood, all you got to do is just stick it right in one of these slots on the side here. Now I don't know how long it's going to take this to boil. I'll probably do some cutting here, but as you can see, what you end up with is a real stable platform where you can set your pots on, your frying pan, whatever. And you can actually adjust the flame by either pulling the logs apart or bunching them closer in together. Now, I actually used a little bit large of a log, I think, and it's probably a little bit higher than what I would normally use. But So this one is not one that I'd want to pick up with one hand and move, but you can actually move the fire, which is kind of neat. Not that I have any reason to do that right now, but let's just see. Whoa, it's already starting to have some bubbles there. So anyway, let's just kind of let this go a little bit, because I just don't think it's going to take all that long to burn, or to boil rather. I just think this is a great idea. I mean, again, I don't know whether it's the Swedes or the Finns that come up with this idea. It may not even been either one, but both of them take credit. So, as you can see, the fire's going real good. These logs just kind of keep it contained, more or less. And now we've got a little bit less smoke, which is kind of nice. You know, we got the fire going pretty good. Actually, I think what was going on is the kindling was still burning. And all I did, now I cheated, okay, I must admit, I used cotton ball soaked in petroleum jelly. If you're going to pack a fire steel, you might as well pack some of this along with it. Now I'm going to zoom in closer to the fire so you can see what's going on here. All right, and you can kind of see what I've done. It's actually going, it's actually burning so good that I can't hardly grab it. Okay, there we go, that's better. Now, one thing to maybe think about is the handle, and I didn't think about this until just now. With this kind of stove, when the flames get going real good, it might become difficult to grab the handle of your mess kit. If that's a problem, just turn it to where it's not in one of these slots here, to where it's kind of cat-a-corner to it. That should help. Okay. Now I know you can't see me. I'm going to go ahead and lift the camera up a little bit higher. Wow, that is hot. That's almost too hot. It's actually starting to boil. Whew, my goodness. I should have brought gloves, and I didn't. Whew. My, talk about an inferno. As you can see, these fires go really good. It's starting to boil now, and I don't have the lid on, and I'm not going to grab that lid. Like I said, I should have brought some gloves. I just didn't come prepared. When I go out with my gear, I always bring gloves. I didn't think I was going to need them today, but sure enough, I did. As you can maybe see, if nothing else, you can hear it. It's boiling there. It's actually boiling real good. And I didn't time it, but it didn't take long at all. We got a really good rolling boil right now. And honestly, I just don't see how you could build a better stove out in nature. Now, like I said, there is another way of building these without using a large log like this. All you do is you just use some smaller logs. And I'll probably show you all how to do that here in a future video. All right, folks, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up for now. It's getting a little bit warm here. I'm going to back off a little bit, and trust me, I will. I brought enough water to put the fire out. What I'm going to do, though, for now, is I'm just going to go ahead and thank you all for watching. Please give us a big thumbs up, share, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe. And now, I don't know what kind of links I could leave. We do not sell logs, but I'll go ahead and leave some Amazon links for the Stanley Cook Kit, the hatchet, and the knife that I was using, which is the SCHF. It's a straight SCHF 37M, as in mouse. I'll go ahead and leave some links for that for y'all. Anyway, once again, I want to thank y'all. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.